thrilled I was about how good it felt to be here and see so many people who meant so much to me. Not just to me, but to the people of the state of Connecticut. So many people who are just wonderful and were a joy to work with and be a part of this division and to see and to be here to celebrate you now becoming the chief state's attorney. I think you know that when they figured, whoever designed this office, this job, you think, how could anybody make up a job like that? It's impossible. But when you look back at the history of the division and the way the public for so long was concerned, and legitimately so, about having a criminal justice czar who would be in charge and running the whole criminal justice division and be subject to the whims and the flows, the ebb and flow of public opinion, and wanting not to do that, they devised a system that when I got involved with the NDAA and went around the country and talked to DAs, I thought, how lucky we are in this state to be able to have a system that was set up in a manner where a commission was created to do its best to pick the best people for the job and recognize that we're picked because we're lawyers, and we're lawyers who represent the public. And part of it, representing the public, as you know it when you deal with victims of crimes and witnesses sometimes, people don't always really know what they think they want. They think they know what they want at the moment because of emotions or passions or what they know at the time. But it's up to a good lawyer, whether you're a criminal lawyer or a civil lawyer or advising clients or a counselor, to stop and think and try to figure out what's really good for your client, what's in your best interest for your client, and to advise the client accordingly. And it might not always be what the client thinks he or she wants at the moment, and maybe really wants at the moment because of the emotions of the situation. And it's up to a lawyer to try to explore in the depth and figure out what in our case as prosecutors, ours, I can't stop saying that word, it's been long ago, it's always been a part of me. To try to figure out what the common good is and what the public's best interest is and what the public can afford at the moment for the outcome. And that is hard to do. And as I look around this room, when I walked in here again and I saw so many faces and so many wonderful people who helped me so much in this job, try to figure out what's right and wrong and who were the guideposts. You've got lawyers here who are as smart as any lawyers in the country, learning and younger and learning more every day than I ever knew. I was always fascinated in the law, and I know you are too, and that's why it's good. I've gone on too long and long enough. I was sitting here thinking, boy, the best thing in the world, and I've done it before several times, maybe a lot of times, is following Justice Harper. Because as I think it, and by the end of his speech, I say, he said it all. There's nothing else I have to say, and there's nothing else I can see better than he did. And then you got up, and you filled in all these blanks that I hadn't thought of either. You're on the way, Pat. You have wonderful people here to listen to and pay attention to them and seek them out. Some of them are hesitant to come up and knock on your door. Don't let that happen. You need people. You need people to tell you, to look at you and say, what are you thinking? And that happened more often than not to me, and it saved me. And or to get an idea. Well, I never thought of that. Or I never looked at it that quite that way. And together, collectively, it's amazing what you can come out with. And the ideas that you think of, you suddenly, at first you think, I had a good idea there. Then you think a little bit more and you realize it wasn't really your idea at all. It came during the course of a conversation where a group of you were just bouncing an idea around or bouncing a problem around, and all of a sudden, it's like a jury. You know, I've tried an awful lot. That's what I used to love to do. That's why I didn't want this job when I took it. And I know that's why I did. It's like a jury. It's amazing. It's been amazing to me watching juries get in a room, 12 people, and discuss for a long time, and somehow, if they listen to each other and think and have an open mind, most of the time they come out and get it right. And as human beings in the world today, or any time in the world today, if you can get it right most of the time, you like to do better, of course, but you're doing pretty well. And Pat, good luck. I'm thrilled to see you, and I really got overcome with a good feeling when I walked back in this room and saw everybody here and knew was here to celebrate you. You got it, and I hope you outlast me.
right, that concludes the formal part of